Hello everyone and welcome back to Midnight Violets. Today I'm doing part 2 of my top picks for the best of the British drugstore. I've got some more different brands to show you today. If you did miss part 1, I will link it here for you so you can check that one out. Just to mention, these are the things that I love and I personally really like, so you may like different things, but that's cool, you know, everyone's different. So yeah, let's get started. The first brand I'm going to talk about today is 17, which you can buy at Boots, and they're quite cheap, and I think they're aimed a bit more at teens, but personally I really like their stuff, so I just buy it. The first one I'm going to talk about is their BB cream. It's £6.99. I have it in light, obviously, as I've got pale skin. I've never tried a sort of authentic Asian BB cream, but this is the first one I've tried. I've tried others since then, but this is the first one I tried, and I really like it. It's like a tinted moisturiser, but it's got a lot more coverage to it, and it's just really easy to put on and nice, and yeah, I just really like it. Awesome stuff. The next one is their ever famous Mirror Shine lipsticks, can't even remember the name. This one here is in Purple Haze. They're very sheer products, so they only give sort of a light covering on the lips, and they feel like a tinted lip balm as well, so they're pretty cool, but they look a bit more funky, if I could speak, being in the lipstick tube, and they've got their really cool sort of blue packaging, which I really like. And the next one I've got to share with you is a mascara. Now I really like 17 mascaras. There's quite a few I really like. I like the Falsify one and this one as well in particular. So this one's Peep Show, which is a lengthening mascara. It's got little fibres in it. Let's get it out. So it's pretty good at lengthening. But if you give it sort of a wiggle as you put it on, you get a bit of volume from it as well, so that's really cool, that one. And I can't remember the exact price, but it's cheap. I'll have all the prices and everything listed on my blog, so I'll link that down there for you. I think I've just cracked the lid though. You see that? Look at that in a minute. Anyway, the next brand I've got for you is Collection 2000, or more recently they've changed the name to just Collection. They've sort of dropped the 2000, but I've sort of carried on using it so people know what I'm actually talking about. So the first one I've got to share with you is a blush, and I've raved about this blush for about a year. It's their standard blushes, and this one is in Bashful, and it's a really pretty sort of natural pink colour, but it's got sort of a really nice glow to it. It's not shimmery and it's not matte, it's sort of a pearly, glowy kind of not too in your face, beautiful colour, and it's not really pigmented, so it applies really nicely, and it's just, if I don't know what blush to wear, I'll just grab this. It's such a great blush and it's really cheap and I love it. It did have a really cool flower pattern embossed on it as well when I got it, but obviously I've used it and it's kind of disappeared. But if you have a look at these in the shops, then you should be able to see it, and they're awesome. The next one from Collection 2000 is a new release. It's their Lasting Colour Gel Eyeliners. This one, as you can see, is in black. They're just really nice. Quite similar to the sleek ones. Pigmented, glides on nicely, lasts nicely. What more can you ask for? Can be a bit tricky to remove, but then that means that it does last the whole way through the day. So for me, I personally find that a good thing. The next one I'm going to talk about from Collection 2000, or Collection, is our Lasting Perfection Concealer. The name's rubbed off, and mine's pretty much empty as well, so I don't know if you can see the light going through that. I need to buy a new one. Mine is in Fair, but you've probably heard this talked about a hell of a lot on YouTube and blogs and things like this, because everyone in the UK is pretty much obsessed with this stuff. It's just creamy, goes on nicely. It's got sort of a doe foot applicator, so it's kind of a bit like a lip gloss, and it just covers what you put it on, which is generally what you want in a concealer, and it doesn't look cakey or sort of gloopy or flaky or anything sort of like that, so it's really nice. The next thing I've got to share with you is this Extreme 24-hour felt tip liner, again from Collection. Oh, I can get the lid off, so it's just sort of like a felt tip type one. They do these in quite a few nice colours. They've got a teal one, a blue one, a purple one. This one here just happens to be the black one. It's the first one I picked up, but they're really nice. Again, like these ones aren't quite as pigmented, but they're easier to apply, and you don't necessarily need sort of, well, you definitely don't need to brush them, whereas this one you kind of do. So I like both of them, but grab for them for different reasons. This one I would never wear on my lower lash line. This one I would sometimes, so that helps you make your mind up. Collection 2000 are also quite famous for their glittery eyeliners. They're called Glam Crystals Dazzling Gel Liner. Not quite sure why they're called gel liners, but they are just a glitter eyeliner. So they've got sort of a wand like that on them, and they come in so many colours. This one's called Le Freak, and it's just a nice sort of bright teal green, and it's really pretty. And you get like quite a lot of bits of glitter in it, so some gel liners, they're getting me off with the gel liners here. So they have quite a lot of glitter particles in them, so if you buy some glitter liners, you'll put a coat along your lash line and you'll just sort of have really sparse bits of glitter, whereas this one you'll just have loads and it'll look really glittery. And again, they're really cheap, so that's pretty awesome. And the last one I have from Collection 2000 is their metallic cream eyeshadows, which are quite liquidy in formula. So they come again with sort of a lipstick type applicator. You just smudge it onto your eye. You can blend it in a bit, or you can use sort of a standard shadow to blend it out around the edges. And they'll last all day. They won't smudge, they won't fade, they won't sort of crackle off and flake off. And that's without a primer or anything underneath. They sort of set down really nicely. And as they say, they're nice and metallic, and you can also apply them as eyeliners. I've done this a few times. So if you get a liner brush and rub it along the wand here and then rub it along your lash line, you'll get this really nice colour as a liner, and with the same formula it's going to be really nice and long lasting. So the one I have here is Emerald City, and I highly recommend these, they're awesome. And the last brand I'm going to talk about in this little sort of mini series is MUA, also known as Makeup Academy. So more recently they've got a bit more famous, but they have been around for quite a while. You can buy them in Superdrug. Most of their products cost £1, but they have in the last sort of year or so gone and done a few more expensive things, but everything's still like stupendously cheap. So the first thing that I really fell in love with from them were their eyeshadows. This one is shade 6 in the pearl finish, so it's a really nice sort of green colour. Got eyeliner on the tip of my finger, sorry. So it's a really nice green colour, and they're really, really pigmented. They're not going to be the best formula, but they're really pretty good for what they are. I actually really, really like these. They come in lots of different colours, and yeah, they're just pretty awesome. And you get 2 grams of product as well, which is quite a lot, and they're just really nice. And like I said, they cost £1. And the next product I sort of discovered from them were their lipsticks, which again cost £1. And I have to say, this is one of my favouriteest lipstick formulas ever. They're really sort of nice on the lips, they're not drying, they're pigmented, they feel kind of balm-like, so they're nice and like, lovely. I don't have it on today, so this isn't the colour I've got on. This colour is shade 7, so you know. And they've got sort of a light vanilla scent to them, but it's not too in your face. And they're just really, really great. So if you're thinking, oh, will I suit sort of a bright pink lipstick, and you didn't want to sort of spend your money on an expensive one, but you want to try a cheap one first, then something like this is really great. And to be honest, you'll probably just decide you like the formula of this anyway and stick with the £1 one, even if you like the pink colour. So yeah, these are awesome. And then more recently, they've come out with something called a Lip Boom, which has a lipstick on one end. That does look a bit scary, but it's actually a really nice vampy colour called LMK. And on the other end, it's got a lip gloss. The lip gloss has got lots of glitter in, as you can see, and you can sort of layer them, so you can either have the lip gloss on the own, or the lipstick on its own, or you can have the lipstick with sort of a little bit of gloss in the centre around here to highlight, or you can put it all the way over. My personal favourite is all the lipstick and all the lip gloss just layered. Love it. So these are really cool, and they cost £4, so it's effectively £4 for a lipstick and a lip gloss, so that's pretty cool. And then the last thing that I'm really loving from MUA is something that I wear literally every single day for like the last 6 months since I discovered it, and it's their eyebrow pencil. This is their one in blonde, if I could keep hold of it. This is the remainders of my first one, but I have already started a second one. I wanted to save the remainders to take away with me on holiday, so that I didn't have to take sort of a new long one with me, so I sort of saved a bit. This one's in blonde, and I have it on my brows right now, and it's just pretty good really. On the other end it's got sort of a brush type thing, but to be honest I don't really use it. They are really soft, so you will have to keep sharpening it, but it is actually quite a long pencil, and it costs £1, so even if you get through it quickly, it's still pretty good value, so love that. So yeah, that's all the products I have to share with you that I'm loving from the British Drugstore. I hope these 2 videos have helped all of those that live in the UK and sort of were wondering what's good and cheap from the drugstore, but also for those visiting that maybe wanted to see what they can get here that's good without sort of wasting their money on things that might not be as good. So yeah, I hope this did help. Feel free to share what your favourite things are from the British Drugstore, or even from the drugstore where you live. Be great to see what's everyone's really liking, so that's awesome. Before I start rambling too much, I'm just going to say thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye!